All right, big decisions coming up. Should the United States enter the war and, in fact, bomb Iran? Joining us now is Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville, member of the Armed Services Committee. Senator Tuberville, as always, sir, thank you. So it's rumors. We don't know that, but the White House rumors are running that we may get directly involved. As you know, Mr. Trump warned everybody in Tehran to get out of town. He's made quite a few warnings. What do you make of this? Do you think the U.S. should get directly involved?
Well, I'm all behind President Trump and Israel, Larry. I think that they'll make the right decisions. We had J.D. Vance at lunch today, our vice president, and he said things are going well. They're spending a lot of time in the Situation Room, getting all the information from what's going on. The big thing is, I think, that Israel has been very, very effective in knocking out Iran's air defenses. They've killed a lot of generals, a lot of their leadership. Obviously, all the scientists that have something to do with their enrichment of uranium, they probably knocked their nuclear future back about a year and a half, maybe even more than that. But Israel's taken some hits. We all know that. But President Trump understands the people in this country are war fatigued. And we want to help Israel as much as possible. I think they can do the job on their own with the help of intelligence and us giving missiles and things like that. But I would hope that we did not get involved with our men and women in war because I don't think right now the United States of America is really in for that.
Well, I don't think there's any chance about boots on the ground or anything of that sort, nation building. I spoke to the Iranian foreign minister earlier today. We ran the clip earlier in the show of the Israeli foreign minister. And, you know, a lot of damage was done by cutting the electrical power lines into Natanz, which wreaks havoc on any of the nuclearization, any of the uranium enrichment. And I asked the Israeli foreign minister, you know, maybe you've done more damage to the nukes than you think you have. And he said, yeah, we think we have done more damage. So it's not clear to me what needs to be done, because it's not yet clear to me what has been done. But I think it is clear that more has been done than people realize. That's the point I'm making, Senator.
And we won't know that for a while, Larry, as you well know. I think this is going to continue on for hopefully not a long time because there's people getting killed on both sides. But at the end of the day, Israel has their chance. This is what they've been waiting for. The opportunity to go in and take out their nukes, and that's what President Trump has been after for 20 years. He's said all along, they do not need a nuclear weapon, and we all agree with that. There's way too many across this world, and especially with people that hate Americans, that hate the United States, that hate our friends Israel. They do not need any mass destruction weapon.
You know, I think that another important thing here, I mean, Mr. Trump has called for unconditional surrender, which is a very important term in American history, as you well know, unconditional surrender. And I think as Israel take over the airwaves and essentially strike at will a complete rout of the mullahs, or what's left of the mullahs. They probably would like to flee, but nobody would take them. That I think regime change can come almost naturally from the streets of Iran. That's where the regime change can come. We don't have to do it. We can't do it. They can do it, though. And the mullahs are finished. I mean, I think the noose is tightening very, very significantly, Senator Tuberville.
Exactly right, Larry. And if you look back at history of what we try to do of overthrowing governments, it never works. It actually turns out worse than what it was. So if it needs to happen, it needs to come from inside. And if you see the streets and the interstates coming out of Tehran, of leaving the city, of abandoning, obviously, the leadership there, they're running for cover. They dislike this as much as anybody, but it's the mullahs that they're a problem. And I would think after this, after what has happened, and the things that are even going to happen farther down the road with Israel going in and continued bombing, you're going to see a different type of Iran. You're going to see a different type of leadership there. And again, that's what needs to happen. The people there, as you said, they need to overthrow their own government. They need to take it back and turn it back to the Iran that you and I once knew many years ago.
Senator, you know what? Trump right now, Donald Trump, is the most dominant figure on the world stage. Far greater than anybody else, you know what, in decades. It's not Putin. It's not Xi Jinping. It's Trump. Trump holds the cards in his hand, and he knows how to play them. That's what's happening here. I've been around a long time. You've been around a long time. Never seen anything like it. He is utterly dominant, Senator Tuberville. Give you the last word on that one.
Well, he's dominant, Larry, because he'll make a decision. He's a guy that understands leadership, and he uses the people around him. He listens to them. Just listening to J.D. Vance today at lunch, he said, heck, I've been 4 days in the situation room just waiting and making sure we all understand what's going on. We want to make the right decisions along and help the president make a final decision at the end. So I'm so proud President Trump's in this situation. I can't imagine this past administration and what they would have done if they had seen anything like this. Of course, it wouldn't have happened because they give all the help they possibly could to China and Iran and Russia as we went through the situations.
Yeah, big difference between peace through strength and appeasement. No more appeasement. Senator Tommy Tuberville, great state of Alabama, thank you for your wisdom, sir. As always, talk soon.
Thank you, Larry.